for the first time in 2025 is looking for the green. SKUSA Winter Series Round 1 is underway from Orlando.
They'll work their way through turn number 1 and 2. Front driver's doing a good job, a little bit climbing on top of the curbing there. 2 wide, potentially 3 wide in some of the areas, but essentially right back into single file, maybe 2 wide coming down into turn number 5. We've seen issues again, drivers going around deeper in the field. A few off on the outside of turn number 5 as well, not able to get through, getting shoved off. A lot of dirt being brought back on between turn number 5 and turn number 6. Otherwise, Xander, everybody's settling in right now, opening corners behind these drivers here to begin a 20-lap main event.
Well, that goes in 2 parts there. The driver's off. Amador Martinez was off, and it looked like for the second race in a row for him. And I think following him off was Diego Ramos.
Norberg was able to get up a couple of spots, started 7th, gets himself up into P5. Turney, Galley, Garrison, and McQueen in front of Norberg right now, so they can all kind of settle in to see, again, what they've got, who they're racing against.
They don't want to give up any 10th of a second to the lead. So as Garrison goes back now on McQueen, he's going to try and keep the damage to a minimum. The hand gesture going back. Hey, Caden, I get it. You want to go. You want to impress, but I want to win. And right now, the best chance they all have of it is keeping the top 2 in their sights as McQueen and Norberg collide there. Going on to the backstretch now, Jacob Kolar is sending it on Caden McQueen on the Vice Racing machine. He'll go through. McQueen goes wide, and welcome to America, unfortunately, Caden. I think they're all going to pull away now. Colin Lloyd just stuffed Jacob Kolar in the back. They're 3 wide, 4 wide with McQueen down the inside, and he's going to pay for it again into the grass for Caden McQueen, shaking his head. That was an ambitious attempt to try, and I think that was almost like a double or nothing move there. Get back a bunch of spots. Unfortunately, he's going to lose more.
It might have been Laura Legault, actually, I think, potentially. Legault, I think, was in there as well. We'll see when they come back around again. But, again, not going the right direction for McQueen. He was getting pretty aggressive there. You can see further back. Look at all the action we're seeing here. Guys diving left and right. There they are there. Another driver getting shoveled off to the outside. I think that might have been Kolar this time.
Enzo Vidmontian, the rookie's up a number of spots. He just went by Paulie Massimino. Going to block a bit low. Dive bomb over back at the same time. And got a lot of Paulie to get through. Now Chase Gassie and Lee trying the inside and Overbeck. Not going to happen. Well, how about a strong return in the 125 for Ryan Norberg? That move there on Joe Turney moves him into second. Ryan Norberg by Allen Galley in the back hairpin. So was waiting to see when he was going to pick his moment. And he did right there here on lap 8.
When the Kart is good, he's just picking his way forward. Looks very good coming through 1, 2, 3, 4, and now over to turn 5. Turney's, I'm not surprised that Turney would immediately go by Galley. The last thing he wants to do is get in a fight with Allen Galley for that second spot that would allow Norberg to pull away. Ryan shot out of a cannon here on lap number 8, having taken the lead away from Galley. He's already got himself about a 4 or 5 kart length lead. This is a typical Norberg versus Turney battle. As you had Xander just said, they're slowly eking away from Allen Galley and Austin Garrison. Working lap number 12. Lap time's very similar. Turney was about a 10th quicker last time by, and there you go. He'll make the move to the inside of turn 5. Book it. Turney goes to P1.
Now, does Ryan Norberg answer? Does he want to make this a 4-car party again, or does he give Joe the opportunity to potentially pull away, but at minimum locking the 2 of them into first and second? No, he's going right back on it. There it is. Let's go. Here we are down the backstretch, side by side still with a great over-under by Turney, and you can see Galley and Garrison are coming back into the frame.
Yeah, that was their answer very quickly. Ryan wanted to go right back. Now we're starting thinking about, okay, what these last couple of laps look like. We're going to put 14 in the book, Xander, when we get back around. What's it going to look like with a couple of drivers together over here in turn number 1?
And the leaders are not far from that, so hopefully that doesn't bring us under red. This race is just beginning to really open up, but that could stay yellow, I think, by the time we get around there. That was Satvik Sarathi collected, Sawyer Roussel, the 89 Sodi as well. Here come the leaders as the lappers just barely get fired up before they get there. What will this do through turns 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Wow, exactly that. One driver pushed off to the back. The yellow flag was flying for a second there. It's opened up a little bit. Those drivers getting off the racetrack. The slow cars that got away there did not check up our leaders whatsoever. I'm surprised that they pulled off to the track there. They did, but nonetheless, Norberg going to line up for the inside once again. We saw the overall under already, and it's happening once again. We just saw this. Look at Allen Galley just ringing the fingers. Let's go. I'm closing back up. You guys keep doing this. Norberg going to try to go to the outside this time. got to the inside of turn number 9. Hasn't been able to finish it off on the exit as, again, Turney very expertly doing the over-under to come back out and take the spot in turn number 10. Xander, this is dialing up pretty nicely right now. Galley and Garrison ready to come back into the fight. Attacks the racetrack and ends up getting that 2 to 3 cart length lead, which a driver like Norberg maybe can't recover from. Norberg is going to make a move to the inside. It's going to have to happen here. You're sure it's going to be an over-under indeed. He does get it completed as well. Again, out of the corner. Norberg tried a couple of spots, but right here is where Norberg has not been quite as good.
No, he has not been able to kind of get that cart to plant on the center exit there.
Xander, white flag will fly this time by. 18 laps down, 19 will be done here. We'll see if we can get the rotation for Norberg. He doesn't get that corner rotation, and you can see how much he loses coming out of turn 13. That gives a little bit of room coming into turn number 1 and 2 for Joe Turney. And you talked about the fact that Turney looks so good through 1, 2, 3, and 4 and is able to get that gap coming into 5. Norberg not close enough to make the move here. We know we can get the job done over to 8 and 9. Final lap here to see who gets the win in Pro X30.
Turney had a very narrow line in 6 that time, but it worked out. And Norberg closes through the sweeper. Right here is as close as he's been most of the race. Turney, like you said, narrowed that up. All in Galley. Austin Garrison having a good little scrap potentially for third as well. Into the hairpin. Turney to the inside. Norberg trying to get an over-under. He's got to run. He's forcing Turney to the low side. Here we go. To the S's. Last time for the win. Turney low. Norberg will not get there. JT to the line, wins round 1 in Orlando.
Oh, a close one for sure. To get battle for the final position on the podium as well. Galley's going to take it away from Garrison. I thought that was the best that Norberg got through turn number 13 over the last 5 or 6 laps. Was able to get some mid-corner rotation and kind of plant it, but it just was not enough.